We are continuing with our look at keyboard basics. One of them that I want to talk about, you may have heard my calculator do this because I didn't push some buttons on it for a little while, and it said 30 seconds to APD, and that means 30 seconds until this calculator automatic power down, until it turns itself off. You technically could push any button on the calculator. I like to press the on button because that way if I have an equation halfway finished, I don't mess it up. In other words, if you reached over and typed a number, you'd be putting a number in whatever your work was. So you might like to just get the habit of pushing the on button. It's easy to find and it won't mess up your problem. Okay, 30 seconds to APD, just press the on button. All right, we are going to talk about some more slightly advanced keys. Let's find the X squared button. I think everybody found it a little earlier when we entered. Yeah, that's all right. We'll get there. All right, we're going to find the X squared. All right, you can turn it on. There are several ways to tell you where X squared was. One way is to let you use the second function and find it yourself. The other one is to say, it's kind of funny. With this one, if you're in the left column, it doesn't matter if you count down or up because it's the fifth button either way. It's right in the middle of the left column, and that's nice because that's when you'll be finding a lot. Now, here's what we're going to do. Let me ask you a question. We're going to do 28 squared, but don't do anything yet. If you were writing the value 28 to the power of 2, 28 squared, would you write the 28 first or would you write the squared first?
28.
That's exactly what we do on the calculator. I love it. So you need to enter 28. Good. And now you know where your X squared key is. Just press it. Awesome. You're done. Go press enter. 784. Right? Well, that was easy. All you have to do now is just remember where it is. That's too simple. Now, we not only have to find squared numbers, but sometimes we have to deal with square roots, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you won't mind this at all because the very same key that we use for X squared is also the square root key. How do you think you're going to tell the calculator you want a square root? Second function, exactly. I have a question though. If we want to find the square root, let's say we're going to find the square root of 441, which would you write first on your paper? Would you do the 441 first, or would you do a symbol for square root?
Symbol?
You do a symbol for square root. That's exactly right. So we're going to start with the symbol for square root. That means press your second function key and then go press the X squared key, but listen to what it says. It now says square root. Now just go press 441. Does anybody know what the square root of 441 is? Press enter and you'll know. It's 21. Yes. So 21 times 21 is 441. Very good. Now, that is a quick demonstration of what they are and where they are, but you probably need some practice in remembering this. We're not going to do it though. Okay.
Of course we're not.
We'll do it later. We'll do it later. All right. I'm going to give you a little story problem. On a field trip, there were 3 vans, each with 2 teachers and 8 students. And of course the question is how many people went on the field trip. Now I want you to play along with me on this one. I'd like you to enter 3 times. That's for the 3 vans. Okay. 2 for the 2 teachers. Plus the 8 students. And let's see what we come up with. Why, Tacy, are you going to tell us that that's not right? Well, I would agree with Tacy. That's not right. There were a lot more people on this trip. What are we missing and why?
You have to distribute.
We have to. What, you're right. You guys are so far ahead of me in this. All right. You have to tell the calculator that you wanted to add the number of people first before it says we have that many people in each van. So we need parentheses. The parentheses keys are directly above the digits 8 and 9. The one above the 8 is open parentheses. The one above the 9 is close parentheses. Okay? So here's how we're going to do this problem again. Let's start with a 3 times, go ahead and do multiply. Now, we want open parentheses directly above the 8, and now write 2 plus 8, and close your parentheses. Anybody want to tell me what the answer is?
30.
There you go. 30 is exactly right. Your calculator, obviously, looking at it, you would guess, knows order of operations. And if you don't use order of operations, if you just tell it, I want you to multiply 3 times 2 teachers and 8 students, you won't get the right answer. It's going to do the first multiplication first. So you put parentheses around the numbers you want added, and it will do the addition for you first. All right. Okay, you have several lines of work on your calculator. This seems like a good time to see how the navigation keys work, and I hope they do work. All right, let's look at your TI, your Texas Instruments navigation. I may not have said that right, navigation keys. Okay, that's the little cluster in the upper right-hand corner. Good. So now your calculator is on the very bottom row. So just press the up button.
30.
Where did we get 30? Do you remember that?
That was the answer to
That was our last correct answer. Go up again.
3 times open 10. 2 plus 8 close 10.
Y'all are good. You timed that very well. What was that? Is that not the problem that we entered in order to get 30?
Yeah.
Okay. If we press up again, what should we find next? Yes, we should. Good. We should find 14, our incorrect answer. And if you press it again, you'll find your equation
Plus 8.
without the parentheses.